Nordic pole walking is great for working your upper body and saving your knees a bit of stress. But unfortunately, if you walk on a hard surface, the poles deliver high frequency energy into your arms and shoulder joints a few thousand times a mile, which can cause repetitive motion injuries in less resilient structures, especially in older walkers. Bursitis or tendinitis takes many weeks to heal and can ruin any pole walking exercise program. I learned this the hard way when, at age 78, I started using Nordic poles and managed to injure my shoulders this way. Even though the poles I used had an internal spring, which acted as a shock absorber, the spring was very stiff and did not filter out the high frequencies which affected my shoulder joints adversely. I had learned about high-frequency motion injury when I played tennis. So-called tennis elbow is caused by the high frequencies in the strings when the ball is hit, traveling up to the elbow joint, and can be eliminated simply by attaching small shock absorbers to the strings themselves. Brilliant idea. Still, I did not think that something similar could occur with Nordic pole walking and shoulders until it happened. I came upon the solution by accident in a different context altogether. Before I bought the Nordic poles, I used a walking stick and cane that I made from a 4-foot length of PVC pipe. It worked okay, except that the ends were open pipe and could not be handled with the palm of my hand. Also, the open pipe end slipped on pavement when it made contact. So I took two short 6-inch lengths of closed-cell foam noodle, sliced them open, and wrapped them around the ends with duct tape. This created soft ends that extended beyond the pipe a couple of inches, thus making good non-slip contact with the pavement, as well as a comfortable grip for my hand on the top end. What I did not realize at the time was that the 2 inches of closed-cell foam also acted as high-frequency filter to eliminate the effects of the contact collisions traveling up my arms to my shoulders. Once I realized this, I reasoned that I could use the same system on my Nordic poles and save my poor shoulders. Closed-cell noodles are cheap and widely available for swimming pool use. Every grocery store carries them in summer, usually for a couple of bucks. And those are the only materials needed to filter out the high frequencies of your Nordic poles. Be sure to leave a couple of inches sticking beyond the pole to act as a cushion filter shock absorber. The poles are about the same diameter as the hole in the noodle. The closed-cell foam is amazingly tough, but if they do ever wear out, they're easily replaced in a couple of minutes for pennies. I suppose manufacturers could try to do this by making the internal spring a whole lot softer, but they were probably not aware of the high-frequency shoulder problem. My guess is that Nordic poles were originally used in snow for cross-country skiing, which is soft enough to act as its own high-frequency filter. Using the closed-cell foam filter is a better solution for hard surfaces. In effect, the two-stage shock absorber. The stiff spring for heavier loads and the foam for the high frequencies. I am truly sorry that this idea cannot make me some income, because I really need it. But it would be criminal to deny it to the world just because it is cheap and easily available. Perhaps people can buy my books or artwork if they want to thank me somehow.